the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro wireless earbuds. Let's talk about it. This is a sample sent out to me by Soundpeats, and I wanted to thank them for sending this out so we could do some content for you guys. This is an interesting device for a lot of reasons. First of all, Soundpeats has been in the wireless space for quite a long time, but this in itself has something interesting about it. It has MEMS technology. So what is MEMS technology? It's a new driver that's supposed to be really good. It's something I've been really interested in and wanted to demo. So it's awesome when there's a product that I'm super interested that gets sent to me and I get to share it with you guys as a fan of something that I'm hyper interested in. But the question is this good? Before we get too deep into that question, we're going to talk about the build quality, some features of this, and then we'll kind of go from there. On the left, you have the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro Plus, and on the right, you have the Apple AirPods Pro 2. Now, you can look and tell the Soundpeats capsule is a little bit bigger. It's a nice design, has a nice little kind of metallic look to it. I like the fit and design and look of this earbud. The case feels premium and it feels nice in hand. I know that sounds silly, but I've had earbuds that have felt really chintzy. Like I feel like when they're really cheap, sometimes the just closing the case doesn't feel premium. It feels like they cheaped out on the plastic. Build quality feels and looks really nice on this. I kind of like the metallic look of it. I think it's an overall a handsome device, and the build quality and comfort of this device are top notch, and I have no problems with it. I mean, here's the case, nothing too exciting. You can kind of see the back. USB-C to USB-A cable, nothing too exciting. We get some ear tips, nice little selection, but again, nothing too exciting, but acceptable for what we would need. This is the web page. This is the Amazon page. I wanted to kind of go over this so you can see some of the features. One thing I want to note about this is that battery life is absolutely phenomenal. I've been using this off and on for the last week and I haven't had to charge it. It's great. I'm really impressed, and usually with my other devices I feel like I have to charge them more. It does have LDAC, it does have ANC. The best part about this is that it also does have EQ, and so you can tailor it however you want. This is a really interesting set of features. This is going to be priced at around $90. We will be giving you guys the full details here in a bit, but it's a reasonable price, good features, low latency of only 70 milliseconds, and it's an overall promising device. But does it sound good? Well, let's get into that. Let's look at this graph. What do we notice? We notice we have a little bit recessed, kind of this thin bass presence. For me, the bass did feel a little bit having a bass tuck, which some people like. A lot of IEMs that I enjoy have this. For me, I found when I added this to bass presence mode, it made the bass presence be really, really nice and solid. So I want you to pretend that this is a little bit thicker and a little bit juicy. Pretend the bass isn't a problem. We just adjust and look at the rest of it and see how the stock tuning is. And first of all, the stock tuning, I want to say, is really quite impressive. It has really nice upper mids, has this nice dip, which kind of gets rid of a lot of sibilance, and kind of has this fun little sparkle area right here around 5K. It sounds good in ear. I really enjoy it. I think this is a handsome looking graph, all things considering, and in ear it sounds nice. I like the sound of it, and especially with a little bit of EQ, I think it's a really impressive sounding TWS. Wanted to talk about value and proposition. I'm making a small TWS kind of ranking list of all the other TWS devices I get. Sometimes people send me them. I don't really use a lot of TWS devices in my life. Oftentimes when I go for walks, I like taking them. Sometimes I like taking them on trips. but usually it's mainly just a testing thing for me. So it's not really my primary hobby. But I did want to kind of show you kind of how I feel that they sound. I feel like the Apple AirPods Pro wireless is a really good device. The problem with it is that its price is pretty expensive. It's almost $200. The Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro is around $90. It has good drivers. And I think that's something to consider. I think they're right about on that same level. I really like the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro. Plus, I really think there's something to it. There's something to that treble. Sometimes the treble does come across slightly splashing, a little bit over the top, but I think overall it's a very enjoyable experience and it's a fun TWS to take with you on the go. I think it's a very impressive price and there's a lot of great things about this. I want to show you a few other things. Like if you look at this Noble IEM, this is about a $600 Noble IEM and it's very expensive. It doesn't, I mean, I've really wanted to buy this, but the problem is that you have to plug it into a phone or a USB-C jack. And so it's interesting that there are MEMS devices out there that can come in TWS form, but they require a certain special amount of power to drive them. So you can't just power these devices off your normal DACs and amps. So you have to kind of think about this differently. This is a audiophile style TWS device that's very reasonable in price, that has adaptive EQ, that has EQ that you can EQ to your taste for what you like, that has everything built in a form factor that's simple, that's easy to use, and that's wireless, and that's not very expensive. Now, there have been other TWS devices, but I have not yet checked them out myself. Creative has done a few things. Creative will sometimes do some things in the space, but you'll notice that these devices are even cheaper. This is not a comparison that I can make for us, but I just wanted to put it out there that there are other MEMS technology devices out there. Again, this is not what I consider to be my specialty, just something I try to do when I get the opportunity to review said products when I can. So a MEMS technology TWS IEM that has EQ where you can change the sound of it to your taste, to me, is an absolute win. As an iPhone primary user, I do enjoy my Apple AirPods too. I think they do sound pretty good. But the nice thing about these is that they're cheaper. They have new driver technology. I can show them to whoever I want and say, yeah, you know, these have a new driver technology. You're supposed to be really good. It's a talking piece. It's fun. And it's just a nice little value piece to be able to share with people. I really enjoy these. I think they're a fantastic value. I personally really enjoy them. And I will give them an easy recommendation to anybody who wants to try MEMS technology IEMs. This gives it to you in something where you can easily adjust the EQ, and it has a few and different settings that you can check out. I've really enjoyed my time testing this. This gets a full recommendation. Thank you, Soundpeats, for sending this out. If you guys have any questions on this, please leave it in the comments below, and I hope you have a great day. You're still here. It's over. Go home. Go watch another IEM video. It's done. That's the entire video. What more do you want?